today I'm reviewing the Glossier Bubblewrap Eye and Lip Cream. And really quick, I just want to say, purchase these products with my own money. So if you want to help keep the channel independent, check out my products at nobsbeauty.com or click on the Amazon link below. So, a few subscribers asked me to review this. BK, the initials, I think, was one of them. So, had to check it out. And I've got several products from this brand, but I don't think I've reviewed any of them yet. So, once I got this, I thought I definitely need to review this because actually I really liked it. I had been to the dentist recently, and the dentist got a little happy with the drill and kind of did a little bit of damage on my cheek, mouth area on accident. And once this came in the mail, I instantly started applying it to that area, and I definitely think it's helped. So I was impressed on that. And anyway, so I thought I'd review it for you guys, but it's an eye and lip cream. Definitely specifically formulated for those two areas, which definitely need moisture, sometimes more moisture than the rest of the face, but they're also super delicate. So you really have to watch what products you use in those areas because they can be much more sensitive, especially the eye area. So using a lot of eye creams that have like fragrance can sometimes sensitize the skin, or sometimes drying alcohols or preservatives. So definitely requires specific products unless you have a good overall cream that works well. But I used to be able to just use my normal cream all around that area, but the older I get, the drier that area becomes. And especially with dry Minnesota, my lips get dry and things like that. So so this one's got a lot of good beneficial ingredients in it, and meant to be used in both those areas. So it's nice to have a product that can be used in both those areas. I like Caudalie has, what was it, their Lift Firming Eye and Lip Balm. So I like that as well. It's a good dual purpose product. So although not necessarily all eye creams can be used on the lip area because sometimes you might ingest small amounts of it. So I guess I wouldn't use it for both areas unless it was specifically mentioned that you can use it for both areas, or if you know a lot about the ingredients. So anyway, so my first criteria is packaging, and they've done a nice job packaging this in a little metal pump tube. So I should mention that the pump on it is pretty sensitive, so go at it with a very light touch. If you put too much pressure on it, you might get a lot of product out more than you can use. So just approach it with a light hand at first until you get used to how it dispenses the product. But overall, I really like it. It's a slim tube, so very easy to store or travel with as well. So they've done a nice job with the packaging. My second criteria is alcohol, and this does not contain any denatured or any types of alcohol, so no issues with that. My third criteria is fragrance, and this has no fragrance ingredients, and it has no scent at all. So a very nice thing, especially for the eye area. You want to be very conservative with what you apply in that area just to prevent sensitivity and things like that. So my fourth criteria is the manufacturing location, and this is made in the U.S., so again, no issues with that. Ease of use, very easy to use as long as you dispense the tube with a light hand. So I probably, for that amount, dispensed it, I probably pushed it about a third of the way down. So, and then this amount is definitely enough for at least one eye or my full mouth area. So I've been using this on my lips in the morning time and at night. And then on my eye area, I've been using this in my evening routine. And then I've used this occasionally in the daytime. My eyelids get super dry sometimes, and I'm not exactly sure why. I know I'm very sensitive to a lot of eyeshadows and things like that. So this actually worked well. The other day I applied eyeshadow, and I could tell my eyelids were kind of getting a little bit flaky. So I just used this over the eyeshadow powder, which I thought was going to make it look like a mess, and it didn't at all. It just absorbed nicely, so got rid of the flakiness, but my eyeshadow didn't look like it was a mess at all. So it seemed to work well over it. It also works very well under eyeshadow. It almost kind of has a priming effect as well. So if you have very dry eyelids, this is a total winner product in my opinion. So yeah, so I've been using it eye area, lip area, morning, evening. No issues with any of it. No pilling. Works well under lipstick as well. I like to use this if I use like a liquid lipstick that sets to a matte finish. I've been using this underneath that. It seems to prevent some of the dryness towards the end of the day. So very easy to use. Very impressed with it. So Let's see. My sixth criteria is antioxidants. And there's a lot. It has a long ingredient list, which in general can be a good thing and a bad thing if you have certain sensitivities to certain ingredients. Just increases more ingredients, increases the likelihood that you could have an issue with one of those ingredients. And just from reading reviews online, it sounds like most people had a good experience with it, and there's a few people that had issues with sensitivity with it. So just something to point out. Just the more ingredients, the more likelihood is you can have an issue with it. So let's see. Yeah, so like my eyes, I can't use the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I think it's the sodium bismuth in it. Will just tear my eyes apart. So the first time I went through that, I didn't quite realize that's what it was, but I stopped using and just started using like cortisone on my eyes for like a week to get to a way. And then my eyes were better, and then I started using it again, and then I figured out that's what it was. So, I mean, you could have an issue with almost any one ingredient. It just depends on your kind of chemical makeup. So, anyway, so let's see. Squalane's in there, avocado oil. There's a peptide in there, blueberry extract. I'm loving blueberry extract. I'm starting to find it more and more products, and I love it. I don't know. I love blueberries, and blueberries like the antioxidant powerhouse for eating them. So I figure putting them on your skin can definitely be good as well. Sodium hyaluronic cross polymer. And the cross polymer is just a slightly more absorbent form of sodium hyaluronate that gets absorbed a little deeper into the skin than the original version, just sodium hyaluronate, which has a tendency to kind of sit on top of the skin. So this version gets a little bit more absorbed in the top layer of skin, therefore is a little bit more hydrating as well. Portulaca pilosa extract, which is purslane, which I saw in another product I reviewed like last week, which is an antioxidant, just a good beneficial ingredient. Then it also includes hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid, which is a low molecular weight hyaluronic acid version, which is it's normally a large molecule hyaluronic acid is, but if they make it a low molecular version, supposedly it's said to soak into skin a little bit deeper. Although to be honest, almost every product I've tried that's a serum, that's a low molecular weight hyaluronic acid, I've ended up like breaking out from them. So I don't know. There's a lot of people that tend to think that a low molecular weight version of hyaluronic acid isn't necessarily great for skin and that it has a tendency to clog pores and things like that. So I don't know. I'm just saying almost everything I've used on my whole full face with that, I've had issues from it. So I try to avoid hyaluronic acid serums almost altogether because it just tends to not be a good situation and seems to just block pores for me. But most people love it. So thankfully, this isn't a product you're going to use all over your face. You're just going to use it in areas where the skin is very thin anyway, so it's not going to be an issue. And I didn't have any issues with that at all. So, but I thought I would mention that because there's differing opinions on it totally. So I don't really have an opinion. I just notice what my skin says when I use those things. So anyway, let's see. Swartia charatia extract, which is a ingredient that can sometimes have some astringent properties to it. Lecithin, vitamin E. So let's see. Yeah, so it's got a lot of good beneficial ingredients in there. And obviously, I kind of do wonder if some of the people that reported they had issues with this, there were a couple maybe out of like 30 reviews that said they had issues with it. I kind of wonder if it's from that hyaluronic acid, low molecular weight. I don't know. I just suspect it, but I don't know. Anyway, so my seventh criteria is animal testing, and the Glossier brand is cruelty-free. In terms of performance, it certainly has helped the area around my eyes stay hydrated. I tend to use a laser a few times a week where it's like zaps, and it's supposed to kind of injure the skin, might cause micro injuries to the skin. And then from those, you're supposed to grow more collagen and things like that. And those can be super drying to my skin. And so I'm definitely using this after I use that laser. I tend to use it right along my eye area and then in between my eyebrows and then a little bit around my mouth. So I've definitely been using this and it's helped. I also tend to microneedle and I've also been applying this after that. So it's certainly help my skin stay hydrated hours after. I love using my lips before bed because when I wake up, my lips are fully still hydrated, but not like greasy or anything like that. Yeah, so it's really helped those areas for me. Skin certainly immediately after you apply, your skin looks more plump. I would say the plumpness kind of fades after a few hours, but when you immediately apply it, it definitely gives a more plump look and like less fine line appearance. So, and then also I noted that it doesn't ever leave skin looking or feeling greasy, just nicely hydrated. As you see, I applied it to my hand, and that still looks super hydrated. I applied it this morning under my foundation, and it worked very well. So the performance was great. I'm always on the hunt for a good eye cream, and this is a good one. So I almost wish I wouldn't have repurchased a backup of the Drunk Elephant shop. I still really like that, but I think I like this a little bit more. So then my 9th criteria is the price, and this is the full size, which is 0.74 ounces. I believe the shop is 0.5. And this one is $26, so pretty affordable. There's frequently coupons or promo codes, so always check those out. Or I think free shipping's $30 there. So I think I got to exactly $30. I picked this up, and then I got a $4 pack of cotton pads, which were cheaper than paying for shipping. So pretty affordable, and a little bit goes a long way. And a lot of eye creams are half an ounce, and this one's a little bit more than that, so I like that as well. And then my 10th criteria is the it factor. Definitely a good product for most people, not everybody. A lot of people have great experiences with it. There's some people that have had issues with few of the ingredients, such as I mentioned the low molecular hyaluronic acid. I also wonder if it's isopropyl palmate is in there, which is a solvent and moisturizing ingredient. It's higher up on the ingredient list, and it can sometimes cause sensitivity for some people. I don't know if that's what it is. I'm just suspecting, since nobody ever really knows unless you do some real deep investigation. I highly recommend, if you use this, do a patch test, just because you don't want to have issues around your eye area. It's definitely no fun. So, but overall, it's a pretty solid product. I just didn't think it was totally revolutionized, but it's still a good one. So overall, I gave this a 9 out of 10, which is really good, especially for an eye product. I don't tend to find a lot of ones I really like, and this is a good one. So I'm very thankful you guys suggested this, because it certainly helped my eye area. So anyway, I'm interested if you guys have had a chance to try this out yet, or if you use anything else from the brand. What do you use and how do you like it? So leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Check out nobsbeauty.com, and if you haven't already, subscribe. I come out with at least one new video every day. Thank you so much, guys.